Hello YouTube, this is our tutorials and welcome to the lighting setup, professional lighting setup part 4. In this part I'll be showing you guys how to create a softbox lighting setup. So I think it was last tutorial or like two episodes ago, not 2 tutorials ago, 2 episodes ago of this series. I showed you guys how to create a compositing background, which is like a gradient background. It looks pretty nice, and I kind of combined it with the softbox setup, and yeah, just made the materials look nice, and so it looks pretty professional. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. So all you need is C4D for this. So go to File, New once you open C4D, and go to Splines menu and select rectangle, and select the rotate tool, rotate it, hold shift to rotate 90 degrees so that it's flat, and make the width 100 and the height also 100, and select the drag tool, drag it up like so around there. Okay, and select the rectangle and hold Control, hit C on the keyboard, and hold Control again, hit V on the keyboard, and you're gonna duplicate it and drag the duplicated one down a little bit. This you'll have to kind of it's up to you how much you want to drag it down, depending on what shape of softbox you want. And let's see, I wrote down all the dimensions so that I remember. So next one is 1000. Alright, so now let's change the width to 1000 of the one that we duplicated. So select it, change the width 1000, and change the height 1000. And actually let's drag it all the way down like so. Okay, about there. And let's duplicate it again. So select it, hold Control, click C, hold Control, click V on the keyboard, and drag the duplicated one up midway between both of them, and change the width to 600 and height to 600 also. Okay, so now we are ready to make it an actual object. So go to, oh crap, what did I do? Wait, let's see, add Nurbs object. Yeah, there. Go to this menu right here, and it's gonna give you a bunch of options. Select Loft Nurbs, and if you miss anything, just rewind. I'm just saying. Okay, if I'm going too fast. And all the rectangles that you created, select them like so by dragging your mouse, selecting them, and drag them underneath the Loft Nurbs, and make sure there's a down arrow, not sideways arrow. And there you go. Now select Loft Nurbs and click on Loop. And what that's gonna do is gonna make it hollow, and it's gonna make a little hole in the top, but that doesn't really matter. What you can do if it really bothers you that there's a hole is go to the objects menu and select the plane, and just decrease the size of the plane like 100 by 100, because we know that this hole is also 100 by 100. So to cover it up, we'll need an object that's actually the size 100 by 100. And there you go. If it was bothering you, it's not bothering you anymore. Alright, and okay, so next we are gonna grab this rectangle that's at the very bottom, select it, and hold Control C and hold Control and hit V and duplicate it. Okay, and just drag it down a little bit, and add a extrude nurb right here. Extrude nurbs, and drag this new rectangle that you duplicated down below extrude NURBS so that you have created a plane. Okay, and yeah, now we are ready to create a material for this plane. So go to the materials box here, double click on it, double click on the new material you created. Okay, let's see, what color did I use? Luminant material, color light gray. Okay, so color light gray, yeah, just a little bit darker, like so. And reflection, let's go to texture. So select reflection first, go to texture, and select gradient. Click on this icon here, or gradient right here, and you'll have this menu here. And for type, select circular, and for the dark one, let's make it actually a very light gray, like close to white, and click OK. And the other one, the one that's white, change it to a kind of midway gray color, like so, maybe a little bit darker, just a little bit. And the darker you make it, the darker it will like illuminate objects. So now let's increase the turbulence right here to let's try 5%. Okay, and what else do we have here? Okay, so if we go back to reflection, click on reflection, and let's increase the brightness to 180, around there, and change the mix mode of the gradient material we created to multiply. Or actually, oh, sorry, I was using reflection. I should have been using luminance. What the heck was I thinking? Actually, what we can do is quickly right click on the texture right here and click on copy, and go to luminance, right click on texture and click on paste. So now that we have pasted this like this material that we created, so actually deselect reflection, I don't know what I was doing there, and select luminance instead, and then increase the brightness again to 180 and mix mode to multiply. Okay, so now we have a nice material. It actually makes a difference in whether you make it gradient right here or not. Surprisingly, it does make a difference. Okay, and I guess we can just select all these. If we close this down, click on the minus button here to close them down, and select all of them and right click and click on, where's group objects? Right there, group objects. So now it's one group. You can name it softbox if you would like to do so. Okay, and select this whole group and drag it up like that. Okay, and let's see, let's create a plane right now, or actually not a plane, let's create a floor. So click on floor right here, select floor, and let's create a new material. So double click on the materials tab, double click on the new material you created, and let's see, what did I use for this floor. I used dark gray. Okay, so I just used dark gray. Sorry, I was kind of inactive there because I was reading what I wrote down. So I guess it's just dark gray like that. Okay, and drag it onto the floor. And let's create a background. So go back to this menu right here and click on background, and right click on background, go to Cinema 4D tags, click on compositing and select compositing background. Okay, and now drag this material, this dark gray material, onto the background right here, and make sure it has a down arrow. And now just to test this, let's first go to edit render settings right here. Oh crap, my parrot is biting me. Sorry. So if you missed that, it's this button here. Okay, and damn it. Okay, there we go. And go to effect, click on effect button here, click on ambient occlusion, click on effect again, click on global illumination, and in irritant sketch tab, stochastic samples, put them to low, and also with record density, put it to low. And if we just test this and render, actually it's not turning out the way I want it to. Let's see why. Ambient occlusion, global illumination. Maybe the floor has to be a composite background too. So right click on floor, go to C4D tags, and click on compositing, and do the same with the floor as you did with the background, and click on compositing background. And I really hope that fixed it. Yeah, there we go. That actually fixed it. So now the thing you want to make sure is that you have the same color for floor and background. If you have a different color for them, then you'll see a line in the middle, and that will not look nice. Okay, so now we are ready to create a text. So go to MoGraph, MoText. Okay, and I can just rotate the camera here and zoom in, and you can type in whatever you like right here. I'm not gonna type anything in. I'm just gonna leave it as text, and we can change the font right here. Let's see, I'll just quickly select some font that's not too bad of a font. Okay, and we click on caps tab, and start cap, put it to fillet, end cap also fillet, and decrease the radius to 2 and radius to 2 also here in the end cap. And let's create a material for this text. So double click on the materials box, double click on the new material, and let's see what I used. Light gray, so go to color, light gray, just a little bit darker. Okay, and let's see, light gray, no, that's not it. Reflection, Fresnel. Okay, so go to reflection, select reflection, and in texture, click on the arrow right here, and it gives you a drop box. Oops, and select in the drop box, select Fresnel. Click on this icon here, double click on the dark part of it, or dark key right here, and set it to a lighter gray, like not very light, but kind of like midpoint gray, like so, like I'm doing right here, and click OK. And for the light part, make it just a tiny bit darker than white, just tiny bit. Okay, and let's see, what else did I use for this? Lighter gray. Alright, so that's all, and we can drag this onto our text. And if we render this again, click on the render button if you're new to this and you don't know how to do this. And yeah, that's how it looks. We have a nice text that's reflective, and it's very shiny looking, and we have a softbox, but we need one more thing, guys. So that is a light, so we need to add a light. So click on add light right here, drag it up like so. It's actually supposed to be a part of the softbox, so drag it up so just so you can see it, so it doesn't go behind the softbox. Okay, and select it, and here change the color. You can add kind of, I don't know, a little bit of orange or a little bit of blue, depends on what you like. So if you go just a tiny bit of orange, and if we render this right now, it should be, actually it didn't change that much. It should have been more like orangish, but it didn't change that much. But it doesn't matter, it's alright. So now it looks pretty cool. The text kind of looks like, the color of the text kind of looks like the background and everything, so it kind of blends in, and I really like that effect. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. You can just create a material for the softbox now and just put it onto the softbox if you want to. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my tutorial, guys. I hope this wasn't too long. It was actually 15 minutes. I didn't notice how fast time went by. But thank you guys for watching. Please thumbs up the video, please subscribe, please comment, and see you guys later.